You know, day after day, we hear about gold in the business media because it's just been rushing higher. Silver too, and recently it's even been going up on a percentage basis much more than gold. But you rarely hear about the other precious white metals, platinum and palladium. How are they doing? Are they partaking in the rally the same way? That's what we're going to look at today. Stay tuned. We mentioned that we were going to look at some of the precious metals today that don't get the same type press coverage as gold and silver do. Now, they're not nearly as traded. They don't have the volume that gold and silver do, but nonetheless, they're precious metals. And we're talking about platinum and palladium. So today we're going to take a look at how those two commodities are doing. Are they holding their own versus those other more popularly traded metals? And what about platinum and palladium versus each other? We'll take a look. We're going to start here with the platinum chart. So notice that platinum made its all-time highs in 2008 at $2,300 an ounce. In 2011, when gold reached just over $1,900, so did platinum. But platinum didn't get back to its all-time high, even though gold had exploded to a new all-time high. Since 2011, the precious metals, all of them, have been in bear markets until recently. Gold obviously got its breakout above $13.75. Silver recently has really been pushing higher. Platinum today is up about $30. In fact, it's up $35 and is pushing back above $900 an ounce. That's this orange line here, which you can see has really been a major inflection point for platinum for the last few years. Multiple lows there, highs there earlier this year, and here we are again. If it can get through there and build a little bit of a base, then we have the chance to not only push through the downtrend line from 2011, but really potentially test $1,000, which is where the downtrend line from all-time highs is. And I think platinum has the chance to even push through 1,000 and really get a very solid move to it, as long as the other precious metals keep going up, which I suspect they will. Let's take a look at palladium, which has a very different chart. Now, this is only recent. I'm going to add a little more data here, but important to see that this year, palladium exploded again to new all-time highs. And when I talk about exploded to them, you take a look back now over, 15 years or so on this chart, you can see that palladium has been its own bull market on its own, unlike any of the other precious metals. Now, we got to 1,600 early this year. It pulled back to about 1,250. It again tested 1,600, failed there, and pulled back. And you can see we're basically holding this uptrend line from last August low. So you essentially have higher lows and equal highs, which we would say is an ascending triangle. And it's fine until we either break out above or this breaks down. And if it breaks down, this can break down a lot. So palladium kind of has the, as good as it is, it's also the most vulnerable for a significant decline. So then I figured, let's take a look at one more chart. What about platinum versus palladium? Is there anything there to take a look at? So here's the last few years on a weekly chart of front month platinum divided by front month palladium. And it's steadily been moving down, which means palladium has well outperformed platinum. But notice in 2019, we've got a potential double bottom here that took place just beneath this purple line is the all-time low. This goes back all the way to 2001 as the lowest low this pair trade ever traded. So we dipped beneath just a bit earlier this year. We did again over late spring, early summer. Both were accompanied with DeMark setup 9 counts. That's 9 consecutive weeks that the close was less than the close from 4 weeks prior, often near-term turning points. And what we can see right now is that this pair trade has bounced enough to touch the downtrend line that started in 2017. If we can push through here, that opens the door for this to get a ratio approaching the upper 80s, meaning the price of platinum would be 85 to 90% of the price of palladium. And I think that's what's likely going to happen. So watch out now over coming weeks for a potential push through and breakout of platinum versus palladium, and look to play that for a further up move that can take this in the neighborhoods of 20 to 25% higher than you currently see as far as a ratio of where these trade relative to each other. So keep an eye on that as we go into late 2019 and the first half of 2020. For In the Know Trader and Dukascopy TV, I'm Rick Bensignor.